Hello guys and welcome back to another Legio IX Hispania replay. Today I'm going to give you another Company Vehicles 2 replay, guys. This is going to be a 2v2 on Lissares River. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologise. So our opponents today are Frey and Enceladus, who are level 3 star, level 100 and level 66. With me is the Legio IX's Panya and Aimer Emerging Yeti, a good friend of mine and a good Company Vehicles 2 buddy. As today we are playing the Wehrmacht. I'm going to give you some more Wehrmacht games this time, guys, instead of because you've seen quite a few British ones lately. I will be doing a Wehrmacht Let's Play ranked gameplay. Some ranked Let's Play games. There we go. Finally got it out. Sorry, it's been a long day. Okay, so the American player's gone very quickly. The other team's gone very quickly for their doctrines, and he's gone heavy cavalry company for the Americans. The riflemen field defences, Rangers off smoke artillery barrage, which I believe is pretty cheap. Yeah, it's only 50, so it's good to take storm in those MGs. Rangers always good. Combined arms, nearby infantry and vehicles coordinate to improve effectiveness of one another. And the M2 Pershing on the battlefield. And apologise for spelling. I always ask people this, because every game I am in, I have the courtesy to ask if it's going to be a good game. Can I use it as a replay, as I'm a nice guy? Only if we win. See, then I get some pretty horrible spam from the other one saying get a real job. So there we go there. Not very cooperative. I said I do, this is a hobby, so let's just say we really want to beat these guys though. So I am on the left on the red, and my friend Yeti is playing as the Wehrmacht on the left. I am the red, he is the purple. So I'm going to take the right side, and it looks like I'm going to have to square off against the 3-star level 100 American, which is going to be lovely. So I'm sending a sending the Grenadier across to see what happens, but I'm not going to be able to win that engagement, I don't think, due to the fact that I had to pass negative forward to get there, and it's the rear echelon. However, moving that across has let my MG get into a better position to start opening fire and slowly start creeping forward. But I have managed to suppress that rifleman squad. I am building another rifleman squad. Left side, there's Yeti's got a nice position with his MG in this building here. Don't think he has line of sight on these guys, so that MG's going to do nice at pinning down his infantry over here. If we look on the right, I've had to retreat my rifleman, so we'll keep an eye on how Yeti's doing over here. So he's managed to successfully push them guys back, and in negative cover, those guys are going to have to retreat. So he's done a good job of holding off that assault. No one's decided to make the go for centre yet. So I managed to move up my MG, and just in time. However, I feel like he's going to get a flank, but he doesn't have grenades, so he has to get up close and personal. So what he does is, he comes straight up to my guys, but my Pioneer should do alright at close range, and I actually managed to get my MG down, and it survives. And I personally can't believe it. And unfortunately I don't get the kill on the rifleman, but it would be really nice to get the kill on that rifleman. So now that, I can now start focusing on this star and hopefully go get the munitions point with this squad. Back at base, I'm building another grenadier. So I should have 4 grenadiers. And I have gone for the Spear. Oh, I hadn't told you the British one. So the British have gone for the Royal Engineer Regiment, which is the standfast with British emplacements, designated command vehicle, which is decent. But I used to use this, and I realised I didn't like it because unless you use it for a really, really cheap throwaway vehicle, it's not worth it. Because if you put it on any decent tank, it's just going to hamper it so much due to the fact that it's slow. It's so much slower when it's a command vehicle. It's unbelievably slow as a command vehicle, so it's good given to like a Valentine, a Cromwell, something like that, but not a Firefly or a Comet. Churchill, because that's already slow as hell anyway, so you can probably get away with a Churchill, but I wouldn't recommend it anything. I wouldn't recommend a Comet or a Firefly. And my Emerging Yeti's gone in Encirclement Doctrine with the Sprint, Stormtroopers, Break Supply Line, Breakthrough, and Close the Pocket. And I have gone for Spearhead Doctrine and got the SD KFZ 257 mortar half track, the Panzer Tactician, which lets me get smoke for all my vehicles, Reconnaissance, which is always good, Fragmentation Bomb, which is great at taking out infantry and bunkered up locations, and the Tiger Tank is always good as it is a Tiger Tank. So if you look on the left side, Yeti tried to do a push on their fuel but got pushed back by the British infantry in heavy cover, which is to be expected. The Americans mounted a counter-offensive to try and get my to try and push my squads back. I should win this combat hopefully, but he does get in that building, which is going to be tough for me. And he brings in another squad with a upgraded bar. Do get a rifle grenade off into the building. However, with that bar coming in, I am going to have to reform my guys back, because I'm not going to win that fight. So I decided not to engage him there, and I want to get back into some cover. I built a mortar now back at base, and that should hopefully come over soon. If we look on Yeti's side, the enemy still trying to push for this point. However, he's not turned his MG around, so he's going to have to do that. And he should be able to mount a successful counter-offensive to retake that point. My MG did a good job in pinning down the enemy rifleman, forcing him to retreat. American player not doing that great on his army comp, in my opinion. Only 3 riflemen, and he rushed the bars and bazookas, which is quite risky for an early game, to be honest, and it's not working off for him. British player's got more of a composite arm. It's still, he doesn't have actually. Saying that, he doesn't have much of an army. He has 3 infantry sections in the Vickers, which is expected as a British. As the British, he has his company command post, I believe. Yep, he's weapon racks. I wouldn't go for first. I would always go for the grenades. So both of these guys are going for early game infantry upgrade. I haven't got any upgrades for my riflemen yet. I am building some sandbags to help increase my chances of doing okay. There is a infantry section that managed to get around the MG42 that my Yeti posted in the centre. So that's going to start disconnecting our point, so we're not going to be able to gain the munitions and fuels on the right side. So we're going to have to get on that straight away. So he's going to engage with these pioneers and take the fight from the infantry section, while I move in with my grenadiers to try and do some damage, and calling a very good rifle grenade, which doesn't kill anyone, but it damages them enough. And they're going to retreat from that pretty nicely. So we managed to recapture the area.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
British starting bringing out a lot more infantry now. Personally, instead of getting all these upgrades, I think he should be going for the medics, as that squad might be full health man-wise, but it's practically in half health via hit points. So Yeti's going to send a squad of pioneers to capture the centre. However, there is a Vickers though, so he's going to have to pull back. It looks like both men are mounting on one side of the field at the moment. We don't know. Going to mount together an assault on the centre. However, Yeti has forgotten to move his MG, and he's now going to reposition it. Personally, I think he should reposition it over. Yeah, it's got a good heavy cover and it's got a good area of effect. So I brought in one of my grenadiers over here. As I've got the high ground, it's quite a nice position. This good for AT guns, MGs. Very nice position. It's only medium cover, however, this tank managed to shoot it. Good for a tank destroyer because it hits a lot of that wall quite a bit. So he's going to flank me, yeah, and I'm going to have to send in some reinforcements, but my grenadiers aren't going to be able to hold that off. I do have a lot of men camped around here, which I am going to resupply. Resend half of them away to elsewhere, and I did lose the grenadier squad, unfortunately. Yeti's having some good work, as we see on the minimap down on the bottom left. He is being able to take the fuel pretty nicely. My mortar, not done much at the moment, but again, America's starting to deep strike, and the British players starting to do a push as well. There's a possible flank, so I told you this, and hopefully you should some support soon. And I built another grenadier squad to compensate for the other one. My MG's done a good job of pushing back these enemy troops from the centre here, and I am trying my best to hold the British player back as well. And yeah, he did call in some stormtroopers to help me deal with these infantry sections. However, that grenade almost killed my grenadier, and I believe I do just get him away. He's very lucky. Grenade would have been great, and I do get a really good mortar hit there actually. No, we are getting flanked by the Americans at the back. I get another great mortar hit there. So far my mortar's on 9 kills already, so doing some great hits. Just going to hit there, but it's just alright. Unfortunately, Yeti does lose his stormtroopers, which is a shame. And my flamethrower is not going to do a good job there, so it's going to have to be moved forward. And I've got some more infantry coming to back it up, so it should be able to successfully take that on. And there's a lot of dead British infantry there by my mortar there. Did a great job. 10 kills in that engagement. Killed a lot of enemy troops, being able to fully push that back. We also own both fuels now, so our fuel consumption should be, our fuel increase should be pretty nice, as you see there. 33 for us, 28 for them. doing alright. They do have 3 fuel caches though, that's something we don't. Oh, pardon me, I've got the hiccups. Something we don't have. I am bringing out a pack gun now. Good timing as well, because it looks like the British player's bringing out an armoured car. Oh, pardon me guys, I'm a bit tired. It's quite late now. Well, I think quite late, it's about 10:30 at night now. So it's not too late, but it is quite late, especially after you have a long day. Spy guy should be healing down here, which I have spotted. And he's going to make a push for the centre with 1 rifleman squad. Don't know why he's doing this, however Yeti needs to get those pioneers out of there. But he might not make it. He does make it because he's MG42 provides some good suppression. And Yeti's put the MG in a better position now, being able to cover the majority of the centre now. Make sure no enemy troops can flank by the centre. American troops doing a big push again on the left side, on the right side through the left little bridge and via the right. And my MG has died unfortunately due to the amount of heavy fire. I am going to reman the MG and retreat that grenadier squad, and Yeti is going to lose a grenadier squad there, which is a shame. We are struggling to keep a hold off against those American Rangers as well on my side, as I'm starting to get quite a lot of enemy troops coming in. So if we look on the right side, these stormtroopers are going to try and flank these Rangers that are deep striked in here. The British armoured car is pretty weak. It's been damaged quite heavily by the Panzerfaust, so it's got a damaged engine. So I would get that repaired as quickly as possible if I was a British. So we push back the 2 Rangers, and now we're going to deal with this British infantry section, which I'm burning. The only problem is there is a small blind spot with that MG because of that tree, but he just get a good lock on there now while he's line of sight. So we should be able to suppress them very nicely. He's going to have to retreat his guys, or he's going to take a lot of casualties. And someone's at the door. And I'm back, guys, sorry about that. I had to shot my mother to get the door. So on the left side of the field, the British player is regrouping, and I believe that armoured car is now his command vehicle, so he's invested more, and he doesn't have an engineer on. Well, he does have an engineer in the field, but it's nowhere near where he wants it to be. He needs to get it to the armoured car quickly and not engage with it really. So I have my pack gun on the right side, so I've got an MG pack gun and Grenadier squad over there, so nice. It's not bare bones, but it's a nice, covers all variables what could possibly happen. Centre, I'm starting to mine this bridge now because I'm absolutely sick of just him constantly doing that. So just go mines here. That's all done. So if he retreats across that bridge, he's going to take a lot of damage. Trying to push the centre again, but that MG42 stopping him from doing that. It's good positioning, good positioning over there. The British player's got a decent sized army. I believe the American now has a decent army, and he's bringing out a Jackson tank destroyer right now. Gotta be careful of those things, they can pierce even the Tiger's frontal armour. Flamethrower's doing a good job there, hitting the rifleman in the negative cover there. Burning him from above. The British player is pushing with his armoured car, he needs to be very careful. He's taking a lot of fight by the armour piercing rounds off the MG42, and the armour piercing rounds will do a great job in killing infantry. Just look how easily those guys are dropping. And I don't think that infantry is going to make it back. If he does, he's going to be a very lucky infantryman indeed. Is he going to make it? Yes, he just makes it. He only just makes it. It's a 2-star, so he's quite lucky he made that. If we look on the right side of the field, there is not much happening, but the centre, there's a bit of an infantry engagement. I believe I just lost another grenadier. I'm not having a good day with these grenadiers today. And the enemy has captured the centre, but we're on the right and left side, so point-wise we are very strong. He's pushing his Jackson across, but the Jackson's not very good against infantry, so we should be able to sustain that fire quite a bit from that tank. I have to pull these grenadiers back now, so they're going to retreat. So I am moving my, I want to move my anti-tank gun around to help take out that Jackson that's pushing in the centre. So like I said, it's a great point because, as you see, it shoots and it hits the wall quite a bit. So even though it's only orange cover, it actually really, in my opinion, is a green cover because the amount of times it will hit the wall. So I get my AT gun up, It's a great position for the AT gun in my opinion. I really like it. It's a good arc around the field. Two nice shots and it almost get a star for that pack gun. He's going to think twice before attacking that position again. Left side, that armoured car is still alive. God knows how, after the amount of armour piercing it's taken from the MG42. I killed that T70 actually the other day with a just only armour piercing. That was all it did. I think I got one Panzerfaust on it, and I don't think you got Panzerfaust. I believe it is all armour piercing. I'll have that replay up for you guys eventually as well. It's another great battle I will actually show to you. But I thought I'll show you another 2v2, as you guys prefer a lot more 2v2s and 3v3s and 4v4s and the 1v1s, and I did quite a few 1v1s. So I'll start showing you a lot more team games. So Yeti's now got a Panther on the field. I'm not far away from getting armor, I believe. I can't see my fuel as I've told you guys before when I'm in Windows 1 it cuts off the fuel at the bottom. And there's a sniper having a right go at that MG. And if he gets a grenade off, this could be the end of the MG. Is it? No, the MG's still alive, resilient as ever. And he's called up a lot of pioneers to try and just fill the gap, and he's going to retreat this MG, which is a good job. You want to lose a 2-star MG. So he just pushed back the enemy troops across the bridge, and he is upgrading. He does have a bunker here, but it needs to be upgraded before he can do anything. And I'm bringing in a Panzer IV. Yep, I'm bringing in a Panzer IV. Not as good as that Panther, but he still do the job quite nicely. So he's getting pushed on two fronts right now. Yet he's going to start struggling unless he gets some support. Panther is going to come into the field now, provide some much needed support. However, you need to be careful of the PX will still do some bit of damage, and he lost a stormtrooper to a grenade there. It's a very nasty grenade. However, he returns the favour by killing a squad of riflemen there. Bunker's getting up, but Bunker's still not going to upgrade and taking some fire now by the armoured car. So I'm going to move my Panzer IV over there, and I spot the armoured car, so I will just make a beeline for that. So I feel like this is why you always heal, this is why you heal it, this is why you need to make sure you heal your armoured car. He is bringing the Jackson in, but I am determined to kill that this armoured car. Kill the armoured car, the Jackson gets a good shot on the front. I'm going to pull the Panzer IV back, but now we've killed that designated command vehicle. It does cost 75 munitions as well, so we have done a nice bit of damage to the enemy. British player bringing on an AT gun, not a bad move, especially now there's a Panther on the field as well as the Panzer IV. And that bunker is being upgraded for a MG, it's about time. He's pretty badly damaged us, so it's going to need to be healed. But we've rescued the left side and our points gain, the points will slowly drain. Army wise, I would say we're pretty even. I would say we have the slight advantage, however, with armor wise. However, with the AT gun and those Jacksons, it's going to be that Jackson. It's going to be you don't want to push too deeply, or that Jackson will end up ripping one of us to a million pieces. So the British is getting a pretty ranked up frontline basis. I have two decently ranked units over here. I got a Pioneer over here on the 2-star Grenadier. I have more infantry higher star, but unfortunately, well, I lost 2 infantrymen. That would have been the ranked one, so it's a bit of a shame. So if we look on the centre right now, with my AT gun standing firm, stopping him from pushing on the centre. It's a very nice position for my pack gun. I quite like my pack guns, and I know I'm quite confident I'm not going to get flanked on the right side because I have built mines. I am healing his base, not his base. He's bunker right now to try and do some damage against that. And the British players try to push on the right side, but I have sent some grenadiers over to assist with my Panzer IV and the Pioneer, so as they both try and push this one side, I'm going to send some of my troops over to assist him. He needs to pull back this Grenadier squad, but he needs to be careful. The Jackson has a beast of a range, and he is doing a good job of shooting there. Enemy's not pushing, enemy's getting pinned down the bridge, and there's a very nice grenade there by these stormtroopers doing a good job killing quite a bit of infantry over there. Bunker doing a good job there. Doing another push across the bridge, however he needs to understand how those MGs are going to keep him suppressed. However that Jackson will start doing there's 2 Jacksons down the field, so has to be careful. 2 Jacksons can take all our armour if we're not careful. Very lucky, we bounced 2 Jackson shots off the side of the armour. I told him this and he needs to get it back out of there before he starts taking another shot. He doesn't believe me because there's no damage, because it's very rare, even for a Panther side armor to bounce 2 it bounced 3 shots then, I believe it just bounced that shot there. So we're going to get out of there. We didn't know what it was. It's going to be a flaming incendiary flames, I believe. Centre, I'm moving my pack gun over to the left side to help against those Jacksons. Very left-sided battle at this moment in time. Both players put a lot of their stuff on the left, and they have a bare bones. They have a bare bones defense of the centre at the moment. Again, they're still trying to push the side, which is very heavily defended, and they're not going to have much joy, even with the British rifle, even with the British sniper there. However, the bunker has been killed, unfortunately, so the MG there is still going to be able to get through a bit quicker. AT gun in the left side there, not doing much. Just going to get hit by a mortar over there pretty nicely. Yeti's Mortar doing a nice job. It's on 2 stars now. 7 kills, yet mine's got 10 kills, and it's not on that amount, which is pretty funny. Yeah. I have managed to plant mines on the bridge on the right side in case they push that. And I see those Jacksons have an immense range. I do try and fire a rifle grenade onto these ranges, but I just missed. And yet he needs to get his guys out of there. So I've mined up the bridge pretty nicely, so he just threw a grenade, and I believe he just killed a squad because I was too busy microing my pioneers, so I did unfortunately lose a grenadier squad, but we can rebuild. Yeah, they're bringing on his 2nd Panther right now, yes. I'm halfway through building a Panther right now. And I just realised for you guys, this is the same map my last replay is on. I will remind that for the future, and I will not bring this map next, promise. I have literally just realised. So this map, I don't see this map much often, to be honest, and it's very rare. I've been recently getting it quite a bit, so I've been enjoying it. I'm gonna have to pull back this anti-tank gun. This is not the same game. Just for anyone that's thinking. I had to think about that for a second, but I did it with a Qualcomm Live with Swordsmith. This is a replay over the one we did with Yeti. However, those ranges are going to make it a hell of a lot hard, but I don't know why they chose to go on those buildings. My flame force is going to absolutely rip them into shreds. And I now have a Panther on the field as well. So there's 3 Panthers on the field and a Panzer IV. And he does retreat into the minefield and loses a squad of riflemen. And that MG is that 3-star MG42 is still alive and manages to make it out of there. But I'm gonna have to retreat, and I don't want to. I'm not sure, but my Pioneer just gets out of there. 2-star Pioneer just gets out of there. Those Jacksons are just bounced 2 shots again off the front. And they got that one pierced. It was a bazooka, and what was it? And if he almost kills this squad of riflemen there. Oh, it actually just managed to kill him. It's a good shot. I tried to flank with my Panzer IV there, but he's not having any of it, and tried to get away with Panzer Technician, but he's not having any of it, and he's going to charge out of the way. Bit of a mistake by me, and my Panzer IV has just been destroyed by those Jacksons.
Our Panzer forces have been reduced by 1.
And we have now lost the left side. He's pushing across the bridge, and he just loses still quite a few troops to the minefield. Softens him up a little bit before he comes across. And get a nice... was going to get a nice grenade off there until they retreated. Those stormtroopers just do a good job at close range. Again, losing quite a few squads there. But those stormtroopers need to increase in range, in my opinion, to do a lot more, to do quite a bit of damage. Sniper in the back, however, causing some problems by the Pioneer squad. If he's not careful, that Pioneer squad's going to die. Now my Panthers come onto the field as well. So it looks like those Jacksons are going to might risk it for the biscuit. So I'm going to do a little flank on the left side, as he's not pushing my side, so I'm going to try and capture the centre and kill all the enemy defences around the sides. So he's going to see this, so he's going to try and reposition his MG at 42. In hindsight, I maybe should have aimed the rifle grenade at the MG, not the AT gun. Do get a nice rifle grenade off it now, killing one guy. But I'm afraid that as a failed flank. Oh, I do kill the AT gun, which is nice, but he can easily be managed. So quite a bit of armour now. There's a Sherman Firefly, 2 Jackson, so they definitely have the armour focus is pretty even. I would say we have a slight advantage due to the fact that our Panthers can do good against infantry and the Jacksons can't. So I'm getting ready to do a push on the centre with my one Panther. Just letting Yeti know that I'm going to try and bait them in. And as you'll see, one of these Jacksons or two of them should probably remove to try and stop my advance. Which could give Yeti a good chance to charge in. And there we go, there's the Jackson that's repositioning. Enemy sniper coming in as well, so I've got to be careful of that. Just get a pierce with the P out, which is pretty annoying to be honest, because I don't like it again. Nice side shot there by the Jackson. Gonna have to get out of there, gonna get the smoke out of there a little bit. It's a bit too hot. However, this gives Yeti the perfect time to flank these Jacksons in their tracks, which he does do, and he does get some nice. However, there is a Firefly there as well, so he has to be careful. But he does get some nice kills, and kills both of them over there. Just kill one of them there, but he needs to be careful because he's brought in another Jackson, and there's a Pershing on the field now, which is really messing Yeti up. So he needs to get out of there, where he could possibly use a tank. And that frontal Panther did take a lot of fire, and he barely got out of there with his second one. But he's not going to push that. I believe Yeti just closed the pocket, but I don't believe it's fully done. You see, it's not much, and he is pushing. He is really trying to push his Panther with his Pershing. So I move my Panther over, and we're going to try and we're making sure this Panther doesn't survive. And this Panther just gets away. Trying to make sure he does make a successful retreat. We do damage the engine of the Pershing, so retreating is going to take him longer than expected. It's a shame we don't have an AT gun over there, because it would have done a great job then. So we're going to have to pull that, but we got a lot of their we got a lot of their tanks damaged. Couldn't get my words together then. So I'm going to be setting up now for the Tiger and bring that out on the field to do some damage. Most of my infantry is now going to go for a push on the centre. Now the MG is dead and there's just an AT gun there, and I am going to pick up a Brain Light machine gun. Thank you very much for that, British player. So very damaged Pershing over there, and a half health damaged Jackson on a star though. Giving it the old one too. 2 vehicles destroyed. Done good that Jackson this game. However, we haven't lost. We only lost 1 tank. They lost 1 tank. We fared off slightly worse off than they did. However, if we managed to do a lot more damage overall to the vehicles than they did to ours, our vehicles are. My Panther's now healed, and now we'll send my Pioneer over to Yeti's Panther. So centre's now being recaptured. He has put an MG, but it doesn't really matter now. We captured the center star, and we are capturing the left star again now. So we should have 3 stars. So we are winning very nicely at the points war still. And yeah, he's put on another Panther, so he's back up to full strength right now. In the centre, he's preparing a defense, or maybe an assault on the right side. I don't know at the moment. On the left, he's repositioning his 3-star MG there with 15 kills. It's very good to have a 3-star. Advanced weapon proficiency improves burst control and accuracy. It's always good. So they're going to probably push the centre and try and retake that star. The British player is going to try and push across this bridge here, and guess who rolls into a minefield, stopping that assault in its tracks. That's why I mined up this side of the bridge. So they're not going to get there until they have a minesweeper, so it slows them down a little bit. It's all working on terror tactics. Having for a fragmentation bomb. And with all I get very unlucky with my fragmentation bombs, to be honest. Very good, but you need to be a lot. Personally, I need to be more accurate with them. I am still learning how to use the fragmentation bomb. I'm a very heavy OKW and British player. I don't play a lot of Vermox, so I'm starting to get adjusted to them. What's your favourite faction, everyone? If you post in the comments below. Let's see who wins that. And whoever wins that vote, I will play as in my next replay, my next alive replay. Let's just pray to God you guys don't pick Soviets, because I'm atrocious with the Soviets. Or the Americans. I can play the Soviets actually, I'm atrocious with the Americans. Get a nice rifle grenade off there on the British infantry, only killing 1, unfortunately. But we're both in negative cover here, so we should be fine. However, that See, this is what I don't get with this game. The arc sometimes lies, because that was the arc. My guys were here. They would still be able to get shot at. It's pretty silly. So I called in a fragmentation bomb, and I just got the tip of that Jackson actually. So it actually did some damage. If I got all of the Jackson, that would have been pretty deadly to the Jackson. So Yeti just gives Yeti a little bit longer, and he needs to get these tanks up on the field and get that healed. And now my Tiger on the field is doing good in the hood. Right side, my infantry's ready. Going to do a flank on the full right side. As there's a heavy defensive positions getting set up in the centre, and a lot of Jacksons being set up in the left. I like Jacksons, but it's good to merge. Like 2 Jacksons and a Pershing, that should work. But personally, I would only stick. Personally, if I hadn't got the Persian doctrine, probably a Jackson, 2 easy 8s, and then when you got time, another easy 8. I think that personally, more than 2 Jacksons, in my opinion, is pushing it, because they're so bad against infantry. And now there's a double AT gun being brought in there by Yeti. So a stolen British one, doesn't get any shots unfortunately. Also gets 1 shot but he misses. And these Panthers have been moved over there with the AT guns. So like I said, the army is quite balanced. They have definitely have a bigger tank army. Don't know what a British player's serving up for. He doesn't have much. He has a Firefly and a Comet. And I'm going to push my Panther forward to see what he has. And here's a Firefly. And the AT is still firing. And I do lose I do manage to kill an enemy squad of infantry. I am trying my best to flank this Firefly. And I do bring my tank up and kill the Firefly with my Tiger in support. AT gun's going to be a problem, but like I said, can't beat the might of a Tiger, so we kill both of them over there. Going to get the Panther the hell away from there as the Comet is inbound, I believe. And I believe the Jet, he's now calling in his ally for help. So this is time for Yeti to do another flanking move. Doing some damage, but I need to be careful. These guys in the back is going to be pretty deadly. First shot bounces, which I'm quite surprised about. So I'm going to have to get out of there. I'm going to take some heavy fire. This Pershing really wants to go to town on me. I do bring my pack gun in for support, however. I do try and smoke to get out of there. Do take some damage. And my Tiger lives. And gets a nice shot off on the Comet there. Yeti doing a great flank over here. We do lose. He does lose a Panther, so we need to be careful though. There's still plenty of armor on the field still. My Tiger still alive. Is bringing our second Comet tank, and my AT gun's still alive. My MG does gets die of course. A nice shot off on that Comet. I don't think he lost the tank. No, his secondary tank's there. However, the armor is definitely in their favour at this moment in time. However, my Tiger's still in the field, so it's not over yet. And there's a Stuka bomb coming in somewhere. I don't know where it's going. Don't know where it went. So we are doing alright in the points. Well, like I said, they're struggling quite a lot. Ah, but he did an encirclement, I believe. Don't know on which point he did the encirclement on, but he did the encirclement nonetheless. However, the enemy infantry is pushing, and he is going to lose both of his AT guns if he's not careful. Good mortar hit though, and I believe he just managed to get one away before retreating. Enemies are heavily pushing in the centre. I've got another Panther on the field, and my Tiger needs to be healed up. So I'm going to send my Pioneers to go and heal that thing up right away. So armor-wise, now we are starting to be quite equal again. Those Rangers try and push me, and they get pushed right back by the Tiger. Circlements, yeah, he has done a good job with his encirclements this time. Not really killing much. Another Ranger squad coming over on the field. 2 on the left. A lot of Rangers being used. A lot of armor in the centre right now. We have 2 Comets, a Jackson, and a damaged Pershing. I'm going to heal up this Tiger and get into the combat. He's pushing pretty heavily in the so I'm going to use my Grenadiers to pick up this MG that was once Yetis, and you hopefully use it to help self-guard the centre against all the enemy enemy advanced infantry, such as Rangers can be a right pest, so I've got to be careful. So I'm telling Yeti I'm going to do a push on the centre scene, so he needs to get ready with his tank. And he's doing a good job there. And those Stormtroopers would win if they had STGs, but without the STGs I don't think they would win that engagement. But that Pershing does have its rear showing to me, so I'm going to pumping my Tiger and Get a very nice hit on the side armor there. Get another hit in the centre there. Get another nice hit there, so I'm going to start pushing him. Because there is a damaged Comet there as well, so they are both damaged tanks right now. So I get a very nice hit on the side of that Jackson, and the Comet misses. I'm going to have to get my infantry out of there though, because it's very dangerous. And the Comet dies, I believe, there. And so he should have pulled him back from the front line, in my opinion. And he should be getting that Pershing out of there, not healing it. The enemy is trying to push with their tanks over on the left side though, and yeah, he's taking some casualties over there, but nothing he can't recover from. Really, I should be pushing, but I am not. I do not know why I'm not. Left side, that MG is pinning them down, a lot of dead Americans and Germans together there. And there's an AT good on the field now, and that Pershing's just getting healed. I call it a recon and I realise it's healing there. I thought it pushed all the way back, so I'm going to just run it straight up its Jaxie and try and find it. Like I said, I'm happy to take on a AT gun with a Tiger. Decide not to, as the Pershing is getting healed further back down the line. And there is still a Comet and Yaks, I don't want to get flanking me. Pulling in my recon, I see it's healing there. So I do want to take out this AT gun first though, which is happily easily done. And he tries to push me with his Rangers, which then get retreated back again. And he is moving over his Jackson to my side to try and do damage against me. I see this with my recon and get ready to meet this Jackson head on. Get a nice shot, bounces the first shot. And he starts retreating, thinking he's got away. That frees up a lot of room for Yeti now, taking away a lot of the armor that was heavily on him. 2-star Panther now, doing a good job. I think 2 vehicles. That now the another Jackson trying to take on my beloved Panther. Doesn't get far. Yeti pushing over with his Panther, however, gets AT grenaded, so it does get shocked a bit. Incendiary coming over there by the enemy as well. So my Tiger's going to be moving over. I'm bringing my Tiger up to try and chase after this Comet. It's on Blitzkrieg right now. I'm going to try and find it, see where it is, and kill it. Pershing and Jackson still alive, as we see there. And I had to pull my engineers back up. Oh no, I lost both engineers. Pioneers, I believe. Which is a shame. They're healing my tank. So I find the 2 tanks and I bounce automatically 3 shots off the side. I'm very happy indeed. Kill the Comet very nicely, and 2 Pershings are coming. Two more Panthers are coming by Yeti there to give me some support. Especially now there's a Churchill AVR on the field. So you need to be careful because that can do a lot of damage. Does miss and does do a lot of damage on that Panther. Does do a lot of damage on that Panther. It takes down to half health, so we need to try and take out this Churchill AVR as quick as possible. And the points go down to 0. And it was a good game both sides. Very well played. Very good armor fight. The American didn't use his Persian that effectively, to be honest, and the British player leaving a half damage Comet in the front line was a very risky move, especially as it was not supported with AT guns, and it just got targeted out by me and killed. Thanks to everyone playing, and to the guy who told me to get a job. I do have a job, so haha on that. And this is only a hobby, like I said. So I appreciate the games, guys, and as we see, we'll look at the kills. 104 kills, Yeti with 123. I lose 1 more person than him. Losses are high on the Allies side. We'll have a look at the graphs. As we'll see, mine was slightly higher than Yeti's at the end of that. And unit-wise, we'll have a little scroll through. Doing some boss efficiency on that AT gun. Some boss efficiency indeed. So thank you guys for watching, and this is the Joe IX Spanner signing out. Goodbye.